welcome back to another episode of Productive Sports Talk. I am your host, I'm Product, and whether you're on the grind, whether you're at home or getting that late evening workout in, we got you covered with all the sports. Right now, y'all know NFL's preseason is done kicked off, so that's going to be the primary focus for me. I'm going to start it off with talking about some major headlines. I'm going to start off with the Cowboys. That's our division rival, you know what I'm saying, but not much of a rival. But that's technically speaking our division rival. I think it might be Washington this year. I don't know. Anyway, the Cowboys got a big situation going on with Micah Parsons. I don't know what's going on and why they feel the need. I don't know what's wrong with it. I do know what's going on. It's Jerry Jones. And until they get rid of Jerry Jones is too old. He's senile. He's not thinking straight. They need some type of structure back in the building. So the thing about Micah Parsons and the negotiation deal is this. Micah Parsons does nothing but produce. So the last 4 or 5 seasons he was in the league, he done had double-digit sacks. He done had a high pressure rate. Like, he impacts the game directly. So I don't understand what a discussion is on paying him his money or not. They got George Pickens, so that's a nice offensive pickup. But they need Micah Parsons. That's a defensive anchor. I don't know what's holding them back, but just to go through some quick numbers. For the last 4 seasons, Micah Parsons has double-digit sacks in every season, 12 sacks. The only people that has done that is Dwight Freeney, Derek Thomas, and Reggie White. All of them in the Hall of Fame. He also had, last season he had 30 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and that's in 13 games. He didn't even play the whole season. That's 13 games he producing. So my question would be, what is possessing Jerry Jones to not pay him his money? I don't understand. And it's good for us. It's cran grape, y'all. I ain't drinking. It's good for us. But from the Cowboy fan base point of view, I'm pretty sure they upset. And I don't understand what the problem is in paying a man his money. You know? Hell Rel, what's up, cuz? Hell Rel, what's going on? Why they won't pay Micah? And what is y'all 49ers gonna do? Bang, bang, nine gang, huh? No, sir. Y'all know. Hey, anytime I see somebody I know, y'all know this is what we did to Patrick Mahomes. We put him in his cup right there and we sip on that boy. That boy is tea. Pat Mahomes is tea, y'all. Anyway, yeah, so Micah Parsons, so they got a holdout going on right now. I think eventually they should get a deal signed. I don't know, but it would be in our best interest if he didn't get a deal signed. I'm perfectly fine with that too. What's up, Ja? Appreciate it. Hey, y'all double tap that screen for me if y'all coming in. Once again, this is Productive Sports Talk. I'm going to be going live every week, starting this week, of course. It's going to be Thursdays. We're going to shoot for 7:30 Eastern Time every week, so y'all make sure I go, hey, appreciate the likes. So that's it with Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Jerry Jones is like the uncle that don't never want to let go of his glory days. That's what Jerry Jones is. He the uncle that sit in the chair all day. Everybody come in Thanksgiving dinner. He want to talk about back in '79, how many girls he had and his Corvette he had and this and that. And you gotta let that go, Unc. You can't walk no more. You barely can think straight. You know what I'm saying? You need assistance to go to the bathroom. They gotta let Jerry Jones, they gotta let him go. And that reminds me of my Heat and Pat Riley. We in a similar situation. I don't know what it is with Pat Riley and him getting these mid to kind of upper, not even upper, like he get good players, but he always trying to squeeze all the good out the good players, and that shit is not working here it's not working in 2025. So I don't know. But hey, if y'all like it, we love it. I would rather not play against Micah Parsons, but hey, it is what it is. Now we will go on to the Steelers. Do y'all think Aaron Rodgers is the person that's going to take the Steelers to the next level. Now, keep in mind, they signed Aaron Rodgers. First of all, they let Russell Wilson go. They let Justin Fields go. They signed Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal, which I do not believe Mike Tomlin signed off on. Will you say, Harrell? We ain't winning. We are winning this year, but that's another comment. I ain't gonna talk about that. That's a foregone conclusion. We don't have to discuss that right now. I know who won't win. The Cowboys won't win. Anyway, so yeah, they let go Russell Wilson. They signed a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers on a 1-year deal, and I don't understand the direction they're trying to go. Y'all sign Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal. You let Russell Wilson go. Their numbers are not far off. Their numbers are actually very similar. Aaron Rodgers, his last season stats, he played 17 games. I don't know if that's accurate or not. He had 3,800 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 picks. A 90.5 passer rating, 63 completion percentage, which is very mediocre. And he got sacked 40 times. Russell Wilson, he played 11 games. He had 2,400, almost 2,500 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So that's still about the same ratio, 3-to-1 ratio. He had a 63.7 completion percentage. He had a passer rating of 95.6, which is higher than Aaron Rodgers, and he got sacked 33 times, which is crazy. So their numbers are somewhat similar. Both of them got about 3-to-1 ratio, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the answer to the Steelers' problem. First of all, George Pickens was a crybaby last year, so no, I ain't sleeping on Aaron Rodgers, but how far you really expect them to get? Their defense ain't the steel curtain no more. It's not the defense of the Super Bowl era, Big Ben them boys. It's not that era no more. So their defense is lacking. They got some good offensive weapons, but if they still got the same offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, he in this archaic offensive style, run, like don't air it out. I don't know what was going on with Russell Wilson last year or Justin Fields. It was like they were scared to let them really play. And so I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is gonna elevate the Steelers to that level and get them to where they're trying to go. I really don't understand the deal at all. It's a 1-year deal, and then what? He gonna be 40-something next year, and y'all will let him go, and then find another quarterback. Y'all waiting for somebody to come out the draft, because I don't really see too many promising prospects in NCAA right now, not to replace Aaron Rodgers. If he got weapons, he might do numbers, or he might get hurt, which I think is gonna happen. The man just come off an ACL injury the year before, Achilles injury the year before that. Last year, he had some decent numbers, but he had plenty of offensive weapons, and they still ain't did nothing. And the Jets' defense was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see them going too far, Aaron Rodgers. And like I said, that was so unlike Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin went along with the decision. I don't think he really had much say-so. But I don't see that being, I do not see them. They got Pittsburgh, Baltimore. They got Cincinnati in the same division. Like, I do not see them winning that division. And if they were to be able to make it to the playoffs, it's going to be one and done. That I do feel strongly about. But, yeah. Big topic this week. Everybody's seeing Shedeur go off in his preseason debut. Now they're saying he got an oblique injury, so he ain't taking no reps with our team. They got a joint practice, had joint practices and stuff like that. And everybody want to know what's going on as far as the Browns organization. Now, what we do know is the Browns organization is not the best one. Like, they are very, I wouldn't even say conservative. They just make poor decisions. Like, they don't make very good decisions. The front office made terrible decisions to give Deshaun Watson that deal, which I didn't really think was terrible, but obviously it wasn't a good decision because look how that panning out. That's not going nowhere. And yeah, I don't understand. My thing with Cleveland is this. If you aren't sure that you're going to make the playoffs, why not start Shador? And they got Dylan Gabriel. Both of them are rookies. So what my question would be, and then the thing about it is the hype that comes with Shador. Shador is a Sanders. That's Deion Sanders' son. He got all the hoopla, all the hype around him. And so that is always going to be overshadowing everything that's going on in the Browns organization unless they win it. They got Joe Flacco, which much older, you know what I'm saying? He older as well. He very likely could be injured. So either way, I see sometime this season, and I would go so much as to say that within the first 2 or 3 games, Joe Flacco's going to get injured or he's going to get benched, and they're going to have to put somebody in. So why not let Shador get acclimated with the first team, let him take them reps. They say he got an injury right now, but they trying to say it's a sabotage. I don't know. I don't know if it's a sabotage or not. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a sabotage, but what I will say is that I don't think that they are handling the situation very good from an organizational standpoint of view, just because all the back and forth they got going on. Nisi, what's up, cuz? How you doing up there in Cali? Cali. When next time you coming down, appreciate it. Y'all double tap that screen. Joel, what's up, Big Bob? We gotta tap in with you too. Yo, y'all double tap that screen for me. Share this live if y'all can. This is Productive Sports Talk. It's your boy, Nye, aka Product. We're gonna be going live every week, Thursday, 7:30. We'll try to get everything done before that Thursday night game, which we got the first game of the season with Dallas. Y'all know what we doing. We pouring Dak in y'all. We have a little bit of CD in here. Who else? Your boy Pickens. He gonna drop passes and start throwing tantrums. We sipping on them. That's what we ate. It's the champagne. You know we popping champagne. What happened to that? We popping champagne like we wanted a championship ring. That's the real. All right, chill out. I love you too, cousin. Let me get back on topic, man. I get excited just now because we got the first game and we are doing no faking. Y'all know we got a little injury to our center, but that ain't gonna stop us because we got multifaceted front line. They can move everybody around, everybody interchangeable. And Jalen Hurts for MVP. Y'all already know what time it is. Let me get back on track. Yeah, so Shador. I think they should throw Shador in there. Let's see what he got. I don't think, first of all, if they got a terrible offensive line, they should not throw him in there. If that's the problem, I agree with not starting him because we don't want to crush his dreams. We don't want to make him backtrack on progress. That's flam. I don't agree with that. But if the offensive line can hold up, he has shown that he can live up to the moment, and everybody go back to Colorado days. But one thing about Colorado, their play calling was terrible. They didn't have the level of recruits that a lot of the big schools they were playing had, and also you had the NIL deal, so they didn't have as much money. Well, they did the last season or so, but they didn't have as much money to dole out as much as other schools. So, and anyway, Shador also still put up amazing numbers in college. So, I mean, I think he only will keep trending upwards. And yeah, we just want to see him win. They did him dirty in the draft. I will forever say that it was definitely collusion going on in the draft. But that's another subject for another day. What's up, Cooper? What's up, Chopper? Nick Nack? Appreciate y'all tapping. Hey, y'all double tap that screen if y'all come in. Appreciate y'all checking the live out. And yeah, so now let's talk about Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter. We got Trevor, we got Travis. I think that I don't know that Travis Hunter will be the piece that'll take Trevor Lawrence to the next level. I don't even know if I really believe in Trevor Lawrence like that anyway, to be honest with you. I mean, he had plenty of opportunities. I would say he's somewhat injury prone. I mean, he can make good plays, but even watching him preseason, and he playing against second and third team players, He made a few good plays, but I see his decision making as very questionable. And I don't know that Travis Hunter will be enough to change that. And also, he had some pretty formidable weapons. He had Evan Ingram, that's a pretty good tight end. He had Calvin Ridley, that's a pretty good receiver. So it was never a lack of weapons, in my opinion. It was simply decision making. You could argue that coaching was a big part of that, but like I said, I don't know that Trevor Lawrence is what we thought he was in college, coming out of Clemson. Clemson had a very good program. They had elite coaching. They had elite recruiting. So I think that was a big part of what elevated his game as well. And also, Jacksonville is like, since when was the last time Jacksonville was really relevant? They don't make very great. It's like the last time I remember being relevant was Fred Taylor days, and we know he was a monster. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't know too much of Jacksonville being relevant. They're in a weak division, I would say. The AFC South. Who they got? Tennessee. They got who else in the AFC South? I can't remember off the top of my head. But the division is not very, very strong. Indianapolis, they fell off as of late, so they don't have a very they don't have a tough division. I feel like with all the weapons, and the defense did step up the last couple of seasons, but we'll see how they progress. But I think that's the strong suit of their team is the defense, and they was pretty much middle of the pack for the most part. So yeah, I don't know that now. Travis Hunter, he is a generational talent. I would say use him on both sides of the ball. Probably isn't the best thing unless you use him selectively on defense. I would even go as far as to say, I think if you really were trying to get the most out of him, use him on defense because of his ball skills. That would get. I think he can generate a lot of turnovers. Of course, he's a dynamic ball carrier with the ball in his hands. He's explosive, you know what I'm saying, and he can hype the offense up. But I think it would be better served for the Jaguar purposes if he were used on defense more so than offense. But using him on both sides, I don't see that being good for longevity purposes. Of course, he has the range, the athletic ability. He got the skill set to do it. But I don't know if that would be best for his career or not. Anybody that's just coming in, this is Productive Sports Talk with your host, Product. I'm Product, 843 all day, Bird Gang, Philly, champions, repeat champions, might I add. And we trying to smoke on some Patty Mahomes and Travis Kelce again for the victory cigar this year. Yeah. We like that for real. Any Dallas Cowboy fans, come in. Y'all come on here and talk y'all trash. I ain't scared to bring y'all up. Any opinions y'all got, y'all can join the live. We can talk about it, you know. And so MVPs for the up and coming NFL season. I might be biased. I'm going to say Jalen Hurts. Now, everybody keep talking about they don't really believe in Jalen Hurts, but I don't know what else more belief y'all need. The man got everything that you would ask for in an elite player. He works very hard. He's a great leader. He got great determination. He's resilient. He's very wise for his age, and he's not he don't let the moment consume him. I think the best thing that could have ever happened was him losing in that Super Bowl, although he had a hell of a performance. I think that propelled him to the next level as far as being able to really dig in and tap into the intangibles and get us that win. And you see what happened in the Super Bowl. We won convincingly, might I add. Now, a lot of people could say that's the defense. Yeah, the defense was a big part, but it was also his play, which is pretty much impeccable. So that would be a front runner for me for MVP. Another MVP candidate I would have would probably be Lamar. Lamar always in it. Y'all know how Lamar is. Yo, Skip, what's up, my boy? Appreciate it. Like the live. Hey, share the live for me, Skip, please. Share the live for me, Skip. Before I come on that court and cook you now. If you need to cook you, let me know. Yeah, Lamar, he always gonna be in the MVP running. Josh Allen, I felt like he won it last year by default. Not saying he didn't deserve it, but what I will say is that I think they kind of got hung over from Lamar Jackson winning, and they just wanted to give it to somebody else. I still think Lamar Jackson should have won it, but I don't think that they would have given it to him that many years in a row. What's up, Luke? Appreciate it. Y'all share the live, y'all tap in. Appreciate that, Skip. Y'all drop some gifts if y'all got some gifts. I gift back. You know what it is. It only costs what? A penny? Everybody got a penny. You can find a penny on the ground. And once again, this is Productive Sports Talk. Skip, who your team is? You don't got no team in it. No, you don't got no team, Skip. You need to come on the bandwagon. Bird game, you can be a champion, brother. Hey, appreciate the rules. Appreciate the rules. Steelers, that's my mama team. Hey, I just was talking about, I say, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is enough to get y'all over the hump. I really don't. The man, old as hell. He just came off that Achilles injury. And, I don't think that's the answer to y'all problems. I think y'all should have got a younger quarterback. Y'all should have drafted Shador, I think. Shador and Mike Tomlin, I think, would have been a match made in heaven. I think that they would have been competing for a while to come. Yeah, fresh legs for real. I don't know what, that don't even seem like a Mike Tomlin type decision, but hey, we'll see what happened. And then the thing about the Steelers, y'all stay in that mediocre range. So they always applaud Mike Tomlin for never having a losing season. But the thing about being in that middle range, you never can get a real good draft pick. And you're not winning enough to have people want to just come in and come on a team. So I think that's a dangerous area to be in anyway. So I'm gonna wrap it up right now for the NFL. If y'all want to talk about some more NFL, let me know. Ask me some questions, and we'll get into the NCAA. Now, I'm a Gamecocks fan. Gamecocks, South Carolina Gamecocks. I have not been able to look forward to a football season in a long time. This year is different. I'm excited for the NCAA football season because we got a very promising season ahead of us. I still am not 100% convinced about the coaching. I think the coaching is a little bit iffy, but Lenore Sellers, my man, he is him. Like, your boy is like that for real. And he stayed. They offered him a bunch of money to go to a couple of different schools. I think he turned out $8 million, and so he still stayed. That go to show he dedicated. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And he got all the attributes. He is extremely athletic. He also came from winning in high school. So I'm very excited for the up and coming NCAA tournament. We in the SEC, y'all know how difficult the SEC is. I'm just glad we can actually compete this year. As long as the play calling is good. As long as we got some decent play calling, I think we'll be relevant, and we might can even make that college playoffs. Which this is the second year of the 12-team playoff. And so what's up, N30? What's up, Parlay? Appreciate y'all. Double tap that screen for me. I'm gonna be going live every week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with me right now. We're doing a lot of NFL, college, but as the NBA get geared up, we will get into the NBA too, which I'll get in here momentarily. So like I was saying, I'm excited. We got Lenore Sellers. We usually have a pretty decent defense. The only questions I would have would be play calling, because our offensive play calling sucks. I don't care what nobody say. Like, the offensive coordinator, they got to get with the times. They steady just run, which running is good, but we got to air it out. I think we got some pretty good wide receivers we can throw the ball to. We got a good quarterback that can actually throw the football. So I'm excited to see our offense accelerate and just kind of get away from that old school run that we always live and die by and don't get us nowhere. I can't remember us being relevant since what's his name? I can't remember. Marcus Lattimore. That's the last time he was relevant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited that we'll be relevant in the SEC. My next topic is Kalen DeBoer. Do y'all think Kalen DeBoer has what it takes to live up to Nick Saban's shoes? Alabama had a decent year last year. They blame a lot of their problems on Jalen Milroe, which I feel was not the problem. I don't think Jalen Milroe was a problem. I think the problem was, I think the SEC was very good last year, and the parity in the SEC, all the teams, they had a lot more teams that were competing at a high level. You had Ole Miss competing at a high level with Jackson Dart. We had a lot of teams in the SEC that played well last year, and also the losing the Nick Saban leaving, that kind of leveled the recruiting field. So I just feel like that evened out everything in the SEC, and I don't really think it was Jalen Milroe who caused the Crimson Tide to underachieve. I think it was more so the byproduct of NIL and Nick Saban leaving, and also just the SEC being a little more competitive. So I would say, first of all, I don't think Kalen DeBoer should have never left Washington. But, they dismantled the Pac-12. The Pac-12, with all of the new realignments of the conferences and stuff like that, that changed a lot of the landscape of college football. So maybe that's why he left. But I do think that him going to Alabama, that's an extremely prestigious job. And so you have to be careful taking on those type of tasks, because if you underperform, and you got to put it in perspective too, underperforming for Alabama is not getting to the national championship game, or really not getting a championship. So to be under that level of pressure to always perform at the most elite level, and also always being under that much scrutiny, I think is not very good for anybody. Now, we got overachievers and stuff like that, but like I said, you're going from a program, Washington, where you got them to the national title, and that was very good in their eyes, to a program that always goes to the national title. And so, like I said, underachieving, it might not be underachieving to regular NCAA fans, but to Alabama, not getting to the national title game, at least is underachieving. And so I don't know that Kalen DeBoer will live up to Nick, not even, like, when I say live up, I mean, if he can deliver 2 national championships within 4 years, I would say that is enough to live up to their expectations. And I don't know if he can do that because of NIL. Everybody can recruit almost just as well if you got just as big purse as the next school. And also with Nick Saban leaving, you're not getting the elite recruits, as many elite recruits as Nick Saban was just off a GP of him being Nick Saban. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens in the SEC in general. I hope they suck, because that'll be better for us, so we can get a national championship. Go Gamecocks. And that's pretty much it for NCAA. Heisman watch, I got Lenore Sellers. He just came off a SEC Freshman of the Year, so I think he'll take that next jump. I think he could progress a little bit as a passer, but I think him being in the same system again this year will help that progression. So we will be looking at Lenore Sellers for MVP watch. And now to the final segment, we got the NBA. Not too much in the NBA, but what I will say is that I got a problem. I got a freaking problem. My problem is what the hell is going on with Miami Heat. We have to move away, and this is coming from a Heat fan. Everybody from the outside looking in, I don't know why they got this distorted view of us. Heat culture is bullshit. It might have been a thing in the past when we had D Wade and LeBron, which I'll never ever forgive LeBron for coming to my team and promising us all them rings and not delivering. But I'm not even gonna get into. I'm not gonna do that with LeBron, because that's gonna be another debate. I can debate about that for a whole nother hour. and I only got about 5 more minutes left. So yeah, heat culture is not a real thing. It is a real thing, but it's only a thing if you got the players. We do not have the players. What is up with us getting these mediocre, mid-level players, trying to squeeze the absolute best out of them, get into the playoffs, and talking about some freaking heat culture? I'm tired of that. I need another championship. They spoiled me. I am tired of this. I do not like this at all. Like, not even a little bit. So, with that being said, we signed Norman Powell. Norman Powell is a good player. I would go as far as say he's a very good player. But to think Norman Powell's gonna be the answer to our problems, hell no. Like that's not it. Not it to me, not even a little bit. He offers a little more offense. He can play some pretty good defense, but we need now Khalil Ware. He was promising at the end of last year. He needs to be a little more aggressive as far as boards go and defensively. But we need a superstar. We need a superstar. They said we was getting KD. We couldn't get KD. Like, when are we going to land a superstar? And I feel that we have not landed a superstar because of Pat Riley. Pat Riley, to me, is very close to the Jerry Jones of the NBA. Like, he's sticking to these old school ways, and he's not progressing with the times. I feel that's holding us back in regards to competing for a championship for real. So I would like to see that change. A big trade that happened. I think one of the biggest trades that happened this offseason was Porzingis going to Atlanta. I think Atlanta will make a lot of noise. I think that was the only thing Trae Young was missing, because when he had Clint Capella and some other good pieces, he took them to Eastern Conference Finals and almost won that. So I think Atlanta's going to make a lot of noise. Boston, I'm not sure about, because Jason Tatum out for the season. Indiana, it's hard for me to see them making much noise, because Halliburton, and they traded away Miles Turner, which I always thought was overhyped. Yeah. Who else in the NBA? The Lakers. What are the Lakers going to do? We don't know. One thing I do know is, if the Lakers do not get to the Western Conference Championships, I believe that will be it for LeBron. I think that'll be it. He may hold on another season to see if Bronny will do one and done. I mean, not Bronny, but Bryce. To see if Bryce will do a one and done and he can play with both his sons. That would be dope to witness. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Lakers, but I will say, if they do not get to the Western Conference Finals, I do not see the Lakers staying together as currently assembled. Do I think they got the pieces to get to the Western Conference Finals? I do not know. And we got this trend going on right now. Everybody has started counting the Warriors out. What's going on with that? I do not know. But one thing I do know is, every single time in the last decade or so, when Steph Curry, the babyface assassin, the green-eyed monster, has been doubted, he always performs. So I think everybody need to be very careful as far as doubting Curry. And they don't got very much time together left either. Also, Dallas, I think, is a team to watch out for. So, yeah. And that will wrap up this episode of Productive Sports Talk. Once again, it's your host, Product. And I will catch y'all next week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Plugged In Entertainment. We'll have this episode up coming here within the next couple of days. Get some clips out. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. I'll follow back. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the views. And yeah, y'all stay productive. Product out.